Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Let's see who we got hanging out with us here. John Howard clocked in at 6:31 this morning. Good morning, John. Monroe Cook, good morning, sir. Good morning, Charles. Jack says good morning. He's kind of stretched out in the middle of the hallway today. Needed a little more room, I guess. So Landis is here. Good morning, Landis. Hope you and the family are doing well. Gary Hammett's here. Good morning, Gary. Steve Gronsky says good morning, thumbs up. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate the thumbs up. Got a few of them over there. Jim Senecola, good morning, Jim. Kevin Els, good morning. Lou Thomas, good morning, Lou. Glad to see you in the coffee sessions. Leo Steger, happy Tuesday to you, Leo. Ray Jones is in the house. Good morning. Good morning, Larry. Hope you're getting some rain. Looks like it's pretty dry over there. We're getting a bunch, and watched Joanne this morning, and she's talking like I asked, I don't know what they know about the weather, but I asked my Echo Dot. I said, "Well, is it supposed to rain today?" And they said, "No, not a chance to rain." And then we had a downpour yesterday. But anyway, Joanne said this morning that should have no chance or very slim chance of rain today, but then for starting tomorrow and the rest of the week, it's going to be pretty wet. So that's okay, I guess. Grass is staying plenty green. Let's see, Clyde's here. Good morning, Clyde. Hope you're doing well. Let's see, what we're going to talk about this morning. Anybody got something they want to talk about? I don't have much of nothing. Tried to watch a little of the news other than the weather, and of course, it's just not even something I want to try to watch. Same old stuff every morning. We'll be checking in a little later. Well, I guess it'll be a lot later because there's some interesting primaries going on today. Wyoming's primary and Alaska, and I think there's a few others, but Wyoming and Alaska are the main two. And of course, they're so far the other side that their polls won't close until much later. So I may not know anything until tomorrow morning, but interested to see how those turn out. Got some interesting races going on, particularly in Wyoming. My favorite solar man is here. How you doing, Ryan? Hope you're doing well. George Roppus dropping in here. Good morning, George. Yeah, I don't have much to report on this morning. Yeah, just don't have much. Ryan, do you have any kind of shop update? Anything new going on with your shop you want to share with us, or? I don't know if you've had a chance to get back out there with that or not. Ed's in the house. Good morning, Ed. Good to see you in here in the coffee sessions. Yeah, I just oops, did I miss something? Hold on here. No, I guess I didn't. I thought I missed a bunch of comments, but I accidentally bumped the scroller, I guess. I guess I was talking talking yesterday about how gained 3 subscribers, went from 158 to 161. Now I'm down to 160. So apparently somebody wasn't too impressed with the coffee sessions, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them a bit. Here's the latest update. Ryan says, nothing new with the shop. Going to be a bit until I can go get the bay doors. Okay. All right. Now, have you got a man door on there somewhere too, right? On one of the long sides or something like that, I think. I think I saw one of those in your pictures. Yeah, and I think it's up. Well, I'm going to call where the bay doors are. I'm going to call that the front end. I don't know if that's what you call it or not, but I think, isn't there a man door on the left side around the corner from where the big doors are going to go? Okay, yeah, man door on the left side. Awesome. Okay. Well, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but I'm excited to see you get that thing done. It's going to be so awesome. And I'm envious. I wish I could have something that big. Of course, I'd probably, if I had something that big, it'd still be full of junk. Just, that's the way I am. Fill stuff up with stuff. Yeah. I have got my garage cleared out pretty good. Still finding some places to put some stuff up, but it looks pretty good. I went out there yesterday, and of course, I hauled around and waited until in the afternoon. I thought, well, I don't have but just a little bit more to throw on my little buggy, my little, I don't know what you call it. It's one of those groundworks carts that you buy from Tractor Supply, and it's got the expanded metal bed, and it's great for it's got a capacity of like, I don't know, 1,200 pounds or something. You can really load some stuff up on. I remember when I got rid of my hot tub, of course, the people that came got it, it was just him and his wife, and I'm like, yeah, you don't bring any help, but we managed to turn it up on its side and get it on that cart and wheel it all the way to the street. So that cart really will hold a lot of stuff, and is nice when trying to move something heavy. But I had a little bit of stuff, and I got out there yesterday, and I pulled my cart into the garage, and I was stacking it so I can get it so it won't fall off while I pull it around to the back building where I'm going to store it. And man, about the time I got the stuff on the cart ready to pull it around back, the bottom fell out. And I'm like, well, I am not going to do it now. So it's all still sitting out there on that cart. So I guess I'll get it moved around there today. And that part will be done. Of course, all I'm doing is really junking up another building in the back because I'm there's really not a whole lot of room for this stuff, but I'm like, yeah, it'll fit. And I don't really go back there. My old shop in the back, I don't really use it like a shop anymore anyway. I just I'll go back there if I need to use the bandsaw or the table saw or the chop saw or something like that. But as far as going back there and really working on projects, I don't do it. I'm usually doing CNC stuff now. So it's quickly filling up and becoming a storage building, which was its original purpose, the way it was built. Let's see. George has got a question here. Question to any Ender 3 user: what is a good release method without leaving bottom of print on plate? Oh. Well, George, I'm not sure what your Ender 3 looks like, but mine, let me just pick one of them here. They're both the same. if I just pull these little clips off, these little binder clips, this PEI sheet, which is what comes on stock, you can see mine. If I hold it just right in the light, you can see there's some little stuff on there, but that's it. And I basically just let it cool, pull it off, wiggle it a little bit both ways, and stuff pops right off. So if you're having trouble with stuff really sticking to it, I don't know, you may have something not exactly right. But I always, like I said, I always have my skirt set up to do 6 loops around it, and then it'll start doing whatever I'm making. And so I always just, bend it, flex it a little bit, and the part pops right off. And then I can usually take my fingernail and find a spot on that skirt. And that's another reason why I started running 6 things around there, is because I found when I just ran 2, it was so small that I had trouble getting it off. But if I run it where it's thicker, then it's easier to get a hold of. And you usually just get one little edge of it, pull it, and it just peels right off. So I don't know why you would be having trouble with it leaving the bottom of the print on the plate. And I'm assuming you got the same kind of set. If you have an Ender 3, I'm assuming you've got something just like I have back here. Let me know if you don't. Sean's in the house. Good morning, Sean. Lou says, I'm the same. More space equals more stuff. Yeah, that's my biggest problem is I'm like, when I start thinking about something, I go, where am I going to put that? I'm like, yeah, I got space right there. And then I fill it up, and then I want something else, and I have to start looking around going, okay, where can I put that? I'm going to have to move something. And then it's, I have 2 buildings around back. One is supposed to be my 12 by 28 shop. And like I said, it's quickly becoming more of a storage building because I've got stuff back there I just don't use. And then the other building that I have beside it is it's 8 by 16, and it is just a storage building. That's where I keep all my lawn stuff, my John Deere tractor, and my push mowers, and I have a pressure washer that's back there, and just some other odds and ends. It's like if I don't have any place to put it, that's where it goes, back there in that far building. But the bad thing with that is being narrow. It's 8 by 16, so it's not very big to start with. And then you have that 4-foot door in the front, which I have on my ramps. I have it where I back my tractor up into there and then stop. That way, when I get ready to pull out, I just pull forward and go straight out. But it's like you can't get to anything in the back unless you pull the tractor out and pull the lawnmower out and pull a pressure washer out. If you got anything along the back wall, I did build some shelves to put along that back wall, but it's that every time I go in there, I look at that stuff and it's like, yeah, I'll probably never even touch that again. It'll just stay back there. Ed says, my Gatton Sensei is coming together if I can stop all the doctor appointments. Got eye surgery. I send some pictures when I get it finished. The kit made it a lot easier. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that probably most people don't have any issues putting it together. It's only the ones that like to overthink stuff and worry about the stuff that's really not important. That's my 2 cents worth anyway. It says, I keep purging and I keep finding more junk. Yeah, I know the feeling. Lou Thomas says, putting up electric fence today. Had pigs in the garage this morning. Sounds like it might be time for a barbecue. I'm just saying. Ryan says, what build plate do you have, George? Glass or PEI? Yeah, if you're using, well, let's see if he says something here. Mine is the same, but nowhere is clean. I did a 7-hour print, business card holder, 30% infill, bottom layer stuck so tight. Now I do occasionally clean. Well, here's the way I do it. Most of the time, the stuff pops off really easy. But when I can tell that it's starting to, it's like, yeah, it's not really just popping. I'm having to kind of work it and get a corner up and then pull it, and you can hear it peeling off and stuff. And when it starts doing that, then I will take it in there and wipe it down with isopropyl alcohol, and then come back, and usually then it's back to where it's popping off pretty good. So let's see, Rob Schuster's here. Good morning, Rob. Dan says, hey Dave, since you've been doing this a long time, where's a good place to buy brass stock? What kind of are you talking, like brass shims? Because a lot of times you can find that at your local hardware store. But if you're looking for other types of brass, I mean, you could look to try to find someplace that's cheaper. But my go-to place when I want something and I don't want to spend time hunting the internet trying to find just that perfect deal and find somebody that's got, well, I go to McMaster-Carr. I know a lot of people don't like McMaster-Carr because they are, a little pricey when it comes to ship, and especially if you're going to order a thing of brass shims, which is nothing, and then they ship it, it's going to be pretty pricey. It's probably going to cost you more for shipping than for the shim. But I like my MasterCard just because, dadgummit, when you want something, they got it. They got it. There's none of this, what do you call it? Shipping shortages and all that kind of stuff. They got it, by golly. They got warehouses all over the place. And like I have one right down here about 30 minutes from me, which still doesn't help with the shipping costs. They still hit me pretty hard on the shipping costs. But if I order something, and I have done this, I've ordered something where I'm ordering a lot of stuff because it's parts for machines I'm building or something like that. And let's say I order 50 of something and they've only got 20 of them here in this warehouse. They'll send me those 20, and then wherever the next closest warehouse is, that's where the other 30 will come from. And if they do that, they don't really tear you up on the shipping like you would think they would. They're gonna nail you that first time, but then after that, it's not too bad. But that probably ain't helping you much, Dan. But I'm a big fan of MasterCard just because, to me, time is money, and if I know they've got it, I'm not even going to worry about looking somewhere else. A lot of times I'll do a quick check on Amazon. Because Amazon, if you're a Prime member, you can get it so-called free shipping, which really isn't. But you can get it and have it in a couple of days sometimes. But I'll do a quick look on Amazon, and then if they don't have it, I go straight to McMaster and order it. Okay, he says he's looking for 3-inch thick for machine dies. Okay, so you're looking for like a billet of brass, I guess. Leo says, I get my brass at a local recycling place. George says 3D build plate tip. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've seen everybody else use. And the good thing about the isopropyl alcohol is when you don't pour it on there a whole lot. Just put a little on a paper towel or something and wipe, and it evaporates really quick. So by the time I walk into the kitchen and hold it over the sink and wipe it down and then walk back here, by the time I've done that, it's all dry and ready to go again. Larry says, been printing the little plastic extender for clothes hanger, allowing another hanger in the same spot. Little plastic extender. Okay. I'm trying to picture what that would look like. Is that a Thingiverse file you got, Larry? Kenneth's in the house. Good morning. Good morning, Ken. Oh, I see Lou. Lou said wife's pets, mini pigs. Well, in that case, I guess the barbecue is not a good idea. I thought you meant maybe the neighbors had a pig got loose or something. All right, well, scratch the barbecue then. Hold the barbecue sauce. Probably not a good idea if that's your wife's pets. Never would have thought of that as a pet, but I guess I know some people do. I mean, what was that? Remember the old show, Green Acres? What was the name of that pig on there? I'm drawing a blank on all this. Was it Arnold? Was that the pig's name? Arnold? Yeah, that was a good show. Lots of good shows back in the day. Now there's nothing worth watching on TV. And you think about it though, it's kind of some weird shows because you had Arnold. I think it was Arnold the pig, and then you had Mr. Ed the talking horse. Of course, Lassie was pretty smart. She was always helping Timmy get out of some kind of mischief. So, okay, Larry says yes. Slips over the neck of the hanger and has a loop for another hanger. Okay, cool. Good deal. I guess that saves. Well, I guess it sort of saves some space. I don't know. I'm about to sneeze here, folks. I'll try to hold it in here. Lou says, talk to your local steel supplier. They may point you in the right direction or even keep brass billets in stock. Yeah. I don't know what that's going to cost. I'll just look right quick. I have McMaster on my bookmark things here. Let me just put in brass billet and see what it says. Now, how did it come up with that stuff? It come up with end mills. Okay, here we go. Let's see what I can find. Brass tubes, brass rectangle tubes, brass sheets, brass hex bars. Where is Man, they got all kinds of stuff. Now I don't know what if it's. I guess the stuff you'd want would be the machinable stuff, but I don't see anything that's. Oh yeah, I guess no. No, that's brass sheets and bars. Oh, maybe I just haven't scrolled down far enough. Oh no, that's bronze there. It jumps from brass to bronze. And then copper. Let's see if I don't know I don't know how big a piece you're needing, but you may or may not be able to find that at McMaster. But any kind of steel supplier or metal supplier would be able to steer you in the right direction. Yeah, Rob says pig roast reminds me of saying we use at church for people who are set in their way. Sacred cows make the best hamburger. Mm-hmm. All right, George got another question for his Ender 3. My daughter did a Tinkercad project for the STL format. It would not read on the media flashcard. Had to change it to G code to read. Yeah, these things only read the G code. They don't read the STL file. That's what your slicer is for, as Kenneth points out here. Tinkercad is for modeling. Need a slicer to convert STL. Yeah. Cura is free. Lots of YouTube videos. Yeah, Cura is free, and I don't know how long you've had your Ender 3, but when I bought both of these back here, they came with Creality Slicer on the little SD card that came with it. In fact, I've shown it before during these coffee sessions, but let's see if I can pull something in here. Yeah, okay, here's this is what the Creality Slicer looks like. They all look pretty much the same, but this is one of those net cups that I ran. But yeah, it's this. Like I said, Cure is free. This is free. In fact, it might be on your SD card, but you do have to. Yeah, you can't put an STL file on that SD card and stick it in there and think you're going to get a print. It's got to read G codes, just like most CNC things. It's got to read G code. That's what controls the machine. Okay, George says Cure 5.0 read the file and sliced it on a computer, but usually it can be read by USB connection. This time, no. All right, I'm not sure. When you say sliced it on the computer, are you saying that it can't read the G code or it can't read the STL? Yeah, Larry says he uses the Cura because it has more settings you can control. Yeah, I think it does. I think, well, I don't know. This one's got a lot of things. It's got an advanced tab and plugins and something else. What is that other thing? Start in G code if so you can. It's got a lot of things. But I me, I'm simple. I like things easy. that don't require a lot of thought. So I just once I get my settings where they seem to work on pretty much everything, I just leave them alone. Occasionally, I'll change the infill or something. If it's something that doesn't really need a lot of infill and stuff like that. But other than that, I pretty just like you saw that net cup. I bring it in and put the. In fact, this one I don't have one plugged in there now, but if you take the SD card out of there and put it on that little USB thing, and then stick it in the computer, and then hit this right up here, it'll save it to the SD card right there. You don't have to go find it. It knows it's in there, and it'll do it. But anyway. All righty. Well, that was my timer. I'm going to get out of here and try to get a little something done today. Jack's still sprawled out in the hallway in there. He don't look like he's going to be hitting on much today. I don't know. But anyway, y'all have a good Tuesday. If you're not doing nothing tomorrow, come on back. And we will, let's see, we'll be up to 548 tomorrow. So maybe I'll have something interesting to talk about tomorrow. I doubt it, but you never know. We'll see. Anyway, y'all have a good one.